Hello, Leo. Welcome to your reading for June 23rd to the end of the month. We're here for it. The rest of June. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to jump right in. Leo, we're here. We're here. You know, the luckiest day of the year. The luckiest, one of the best new moons of the year as well. Okay? This is Dream Maker energy. You are entering right now. And you know what you're doing, Leo? You're going through some uncharted territory. You're exploring new horizons. And you, out of all the signs, you and one other sign, going through one of your biggest spiritual awakenings. And I really need to emphasize that you are definitely you're hearing a calling, okay? So I really want you to trust your intuition. The last 2 weeks, you are being given messages, downloads. Just trust your intuition because you're going through a big change, okay? Everyone is, but you, I'm looking at what's going on for you and I'm feeling it as well, all right? And so I want you to feel those feel-good tingles because at this point, you know you're turning your dreams into reality, right? That's what Saturn, Neptune, Aries is doing for you right now. Remember, that's all summer long. And even on the day of the new moon, by the way, when we get there, even the day surrounding it, all the aspects, all these planets and fresh new signs, all at those early degree points, okay? Even Mercury's moving into your sign. We're going to talk about that, but there's so much happening for you, Leo, all right? And you are entering a brand new era. Completely brand new era right now. Your entire life is changing. Remember, we are in a year of changes that nobody on earth has experienced because a lot of these aspects, many that hasn't happened in modern human history. Okay, so I want you to feel the last few weeks of June, the last week and a few days. I want you to feel it in your bones, okay? You, listen, this is going to be a big one, all right? But it's going to be very adventurous. It's going to be very nirvanic. Your consciousness expanding. And I'm looking at what's going on for you. Yeah, you're having a little bit of tug of war inside. Follow your intuition. And I'm going to give you I'm going to give you a little bit extra here. All right. I'm going to give you a little bit extra, but just remember what I said in my last live stream. Okay. June is just bonkers. A lot of changes that we're going through, a lot of changes the world's going through as well. And it's you adapting to it and taking on that leadership role. And you've got so much luck right here. Okay. So here's the other thing. If you watch for your rising or your moon or for, anyone else or, your husband, whoever it is, sun, moon, rising, it does not matter which sign does what, where, any of that, right? Every sign is going to be impacted because every modality is impacted in these early degrees right now. So every sign is going through big shifts. But Leo, there are some aspects here where you are going to feel very strongly. All right. And remember, we're coming after the solstice. I talked about that last week, marking big change right now. What did I say, right? It's all about growth, aligning with Cancer season, aligning with Jupiter and Cancer, which is all about growth anyway. And for you, a lot of this is emotional growth and it's spiritual growth. All right. And so let's get started. And yes, there's a lot on the back here. Now, I threw in Mars sextile Jupiter because remember that happened on Sunday. All right. A lot of you are feeling it. This is just enormous. Yeah. Enormous. A lot of y'all are having really profound moments in terms of which direction do I go. You're having again, this is the beginning of your spiritual awakening, right? There's a lot happening. You're asking questions in terms of work, in terms of health, in terms of money, right? So go with the flow with the go. Remember, you're even coming after that Jupiter-Saturn square. So there's still this big shift happening for you. Again, that square is asking you to become this leader. Leo, you're the leaders. So it's going to be effortless for you, but you have to trust your intuition. Okay. Mars sextile Jupiter right off the bat. And then remember, you feel that all week. And let me tell you something, Leo. Can you believe, I should have said this last week in your forecast, Mars is in Virgo. Yeah. In your second house of income, salary, finances, money, all of that. We got some career stuff that you're changing. You're seeing changes, okay? But remember, Mars was in your sign for 2 months, but then Mars was also in Cancer, and then in your sign, and then in Cancer. So Mars and Virgo, this is the first time Mars has been in another sign outside of Cancer and Leo in 10 months. You're going to appreciate this energy. It happened last week. Use it. It's all about self-worth and self-value for you and work and health. All right. So please use this. There is an element of like your future long-term goals, wishes, aspirations, dreams. Use this. Okay. Mars is all about action. You need to take that action. Now, Monday, June 3rd, we do have the Sun square Neptune. Remember, we talked about that last week. Just avoid illusion, delusion, confusion. You'll be fine. How do you do that? You trust your intuition. You vibrate at that high frequency, okay? Take some time. Go outside. Sit by a tree. Put your hand on a tree. Get that energy from the tree. You're going to put your bare feet in the grass, okay? Get that energy, that natural energy from the earth. You are going to feel things. You're going to know, okay? You're going to know. All right. Now, the thing with that, and I'm really harping on this for you because that is your 9th house. So that can bring a little bit of, you questioning a lot of different things. You don't have to. All you have to do is trust your intuition. Everything is going to play out for you. Everything is divine timing. I've talked about this. And I am going to be really stern now, all right? And be like your PE coach from, 11th grade, whatever it is, because I want the best for you, all right? The other thing that's happening is that there's got to be a lot of Gemini energy because we do have the moon in Gemini this day. That would be your 11th house. Again, that's a big thing, okay? So be social, network. That's your 11th house of networking, okay? The other thing is the moon in Gemini will trine Pluto. So there may be something here with partnerships and home as well. So just, again, the moon is intuition. So the subconscious, you have Jupiter in Cancer in your 12th, the subconscious. Let all this align. What needs to come up? And then even like those things you need to unroot. Remember, out with the old, in with the new. Yeah. The other thing is Mercury will square Chiron this day. I know it's not on the whiteboard. I told you I'm going to give you extra. I know that I have microphone. You see that little green light here? I think it was off. What happened? I don't know what happened. So I'm going to give you a little bit extra, Leo. Yeah. This is a day where you may just go really deep. You're going to go really deep. Tap into that inner wisdom. Okay. All you got to do. What does everything in your gut tell you? That's what you go with, okay? Now, Tuesday, June 24th, and this is why you want to do it all that now, because look, we got the luckiest day of the year. And that happens every year when the sun meets up with Jupiter. When you get a Jupiter Cazimi, that's rare. The last one that we had was, May 2024. That was where was that? That was in your 10th house. There could have been something like big with career around May 2024. But here's the thing. It's a cycle. It kicks off a new cycle. This is a huge conjunction. So think of it as like planting a seed. So there could have been some big wave that you rode. If not career, remember, there was something you were being recognized for around this time. You were leadering up in some capacity at that time as well. There could have been something with communication. But either way, this Cazimi, Jupiter conjunct the sun, is happening at 3 degrees, which is the Gemini degree, which is very stimulating. The moon will be in Gemini around this time. It is your 11th house of your networks, your support system, benefactors, allies, friendships, groups, communities you belong to, the masses as well. All right. So just use this. It's going to be a great day for brainstorming too. You may have that, maybe the luck that you have. You get the brilliant ideas that you need to carry you over with so much luck for this cycle. All right. It's the sun, your ruler. So at the end of the day, what's happening here, it just might be something within you. You have this big awakening. I know who I am. I know what to do, all right? But you've got the two biggest planets in the solar system fusing their energies, helping you expand your horizons, all right? Again, this is a seeding point. Your personal growth, spiritual growth is a big boost, okay? And remember, Jupiter does his best in Cancer out of all the signs. For all the signs. Jupiter, the greater benefic. Exalted. So what does that even mean, right? It means Jupiter has the resources to support you in everything that you want. So you benefit, but he's exalted. So he has a surplus of resources. And that is your 12th house. And that's the thing. Jupiter in the 12th, it's a little nebulous. It's everything beyond the physical plane. That's why it's spirituality. It's rest and retreat. It's higher mind. It's healing. This is going to be profound for you, all right? Any of those lower expressions of Jupiter of the 12th house, right? Which would be self-sabotage, which would be hidden enemies, which would be not facing your fears, all of that. You got Jupiter supporting you. So don't be afraid to go deep, okay? Because this Jupiter Kazemi, that's a sun with Jupiter. It's hope, it's optimism, it's good spirits, it's joy. And again, it's setting up a cycle for you, all right? Right off the heels of that solstice. All about growth and expansion and abundance. Y'all are going to be Whoopi Goldberg level psychic in this with all this 12th house activity. There's a lot happening here. Hidden matters, things coming to the surface that you needed to see. All right. And remember, there is going to be also for you, a lot about money and finances, all right? Because remember, Jupiter also, like, there's a touch of your 8th house, touch of your 2nd house, meaning there's partnership stuff here too as well, maybe business partners, but income, salary, inheritance, investments, bonuses, royalties, loans, all of that, okay? Jupiter is luck and abundance, and also big focus on home and family. Real estate matters. Jupiter sextiling Mars in Virgo in your 2nd house of money. If you sleep on this, I'm coming over to your place. I'm bringing crystals. We'll manifest together, but just do your thing. All right. Give energy here in income, salary, finances, money. You got a whole week, a whole window, and there's a lot of other things I'm going to tell you. I really want the best for you. But anyway, again, think of these conjunctions as seeding points, and the fact that it's happening right on top of that new moon. Yeah, this is going to take you far. All right. So this is the time to develop these new visions and structures and goals that you want for your future, or further the ones that you're already on, because you had Mars and Leo for your side for 2 months. You had so much activity. A lot of y'all are already in new things. A lot of y'all have already gotten your things, right? And I see your comments. So congratulations. You're about to move into your birthday season next month. I got news for you when we get there too. Okay, so anyway, Sun and Jupiter, love, gratitude, enlightenment, and self-belief. So vibrate at that frequency. And I say it all the time, you create your reality, all right? And you know that. So seize the day. We all know the law of belief, the law of attraction, all of that. We all know that, right? There's nothing in your way right now. So remember, everything is energy. I say it all the time. That's you. That's your feelings, your thoughts, the words that come out of your mouth, all right? The things that you write down, nothing happens for me, nothing will. You got to vibe. The Sun and Jupiter don't understand those low frequencies. You got to vibrate at their frequency. The way that you take action with Mars, okay? The way that you have breakthroughs with Uranus, the way that you feel love and comfort with Venus. You see how this works? You can rewire your brain. Visualization, sound. I talk about all these things. So I want you to feel really inspired, because this is a time of new energies, a new world, a new era, a new you. All right. And so you're going to be working with a lot of new energies. And I truly want the best for you, Leo. You know I love y'all. I gave y'all a wink. Okay. Here's the other thing. A lot of things are a lot of great things are happening behind the scenes for you. All right, that's 12th house activity. You have Jupiter there expanding that. So that's the other thing. Remember what I said, hidden matters. So you're going to start seeing things unfold for you in the next week, in the next few weeks, and within the month. Really great stuff here. All right. So you are going through this big shift. Now, on Wednesday, June 25th, you've got the new moon in Cancer. This is happening at 6:30 a.m. my time. That's New York City time, Eastern Standard. Convert that to wherever you live in the world. This is one of the best and luckiest moons of 2025. The moon rules Cancer. It's a new moon in Cancer. Cancer rules the 4th house. Okay, it's at home in the 4th house. This new moon is at 4 degrees, which just happens to be the Cancer degree. In numerology, it's material, practical, structure, being real, foundation setting, all of that, okay? So Jupiter conjunct the new moon, powering, supercharging this new moon in ways you have never seen, okay? We had a Jupiter conjunct the new moon March 2nd, 2022. That was in Pisces. There could have been something there for you with money, with partnerships, but it was very different. You didn't have what you had. The aspects that are happening now, very different. But that's how long it's been. We have a new moon every month. That's how long it's been. And this one takes the cake, okay? Jupiter, he's showed up with crystals. He's brought the yoga mats, the good ones, all right? So this is really wonderful. You got Jupiter, sextile Mars. Take that action. Remember, self-worth, self-value, money, salary, income, finances. Oh, and you see what's happening here with Mercury and Uranus. Yeah, a lot of y'all are going to have some career stuff for real. The second house is also like food. Yeah. Remember, for you, that's kind of a big thing. So I want you to pay attention to that. Okay. You can have a shift in diet and food, the way that you see food, because, you got Mars and Virgo, South Node and Virgo, all in your second house, right? But then Virgo natively rules diet, nutrition. So just pay attention to that too. But either way, you're just going to feel inspired. You're going to feel empowered. You're going to feel this strong sense of direction, optimism. It's the sun. It's your ruler. You are the optimistic ones, okay? So take the action that you need and have fun with it. Have fun with it. Be open to all possibilities, opportunities that will be coming your way, all right? Again, you create your reality. You go with your intuition, knowing you're going to achieve everything that you want, everything that you're manifesting, you will have that success. And I need to remind you, success is not a reaction. It's not a reaction, okay? It is a decision. Yeah, remember, Saturn and Neptune, they're asking you to become that leader. They want to see what you got, all right? They want to see what you got, so take life by the horns, all right? Now, and Saturn and Aries, practice patience, wax on, fox. Yeah. Remember, I talked about divine timing, all right? So just know everything that you want, it's going to come. And the new moon in Cancer, that's another cycle. That's a 6-month cycle. What do you want? What do you want? Where do you want to be by December 2025? Vision it. I've talked about vision, right? Now, this new moon, like I said, it takes a cake. It takes a whole cake. All right, chocolate, strawberry, whatever cake you want, matcha, banana, whatever you want. Now, here's the other thing. And like I said, I'm going to give you some extra stuff here, Leo. That's how much I love you. That's how much I love you. And please mark this in your calendar, okay? I will give you a second to get out your Apple Pens. The next new moon that conjuncts Jupiter, it's going to be August 15th, 2026. So 3 things here. 1, that's not for another year. Remember, we have a new moon every month. So that's not bad. That's not bad. Okay. Secondly, and this one takes a whole cake store. All right. Secondly, that's an eclipse. That's an eclipse conjunct Jupiter. And third, that's a new moon solar eclipse conjunct Jupiter in your sign. So if you don't write August 15th, 2026 in your calendar right now, It's like, where do you want to be by next summer? This is happening during your birthday season. It's a big one. And here's the thing. I already talked about this. I already told you what's happening for you. When we get to July, August 2026 in the Saturn Neptune video that I did, what you can expect for your sign for the next 2 years, I'll leave it at the end of the video. If you didn't see it already, you got the South Node moving into your sign next year, Leo. There's changes. You're going through changes, okay? You're going to be going through some big changes. Set yourself up right now because, hey, more news for you, Leo. Yeah, I told you I'm going to give you a lot. Another date. I'm not even going to give you a date. Just look at the July forecast or astrology overview I did. You have a new moon in your sign next month. Yeah, in July. It's a bonkers new moon. Anyway, this one, let's focus. Let's get back here. Okay, so you got this Jupiter Cazimi, Jupiter conjuncting the new moon. Again, that's 2 cycles. That's going to be habit for you. Jupiter in Cancer, by the way, remember, it's all about care. It's all about love, self-love, humility, heart and soul. I say it all the time. We don't have souls. Our souls have bodies, okay? We're spiritual beings. We're having a human experience, and therefore we do have hearts, and every time our heart beats, it generates energy. There is a physiological component. Every time when you have that gratitude, when you're vibrating at the high frequency, it expands, it swells, that super conscious love. So this new moon, use it, plant seeds, set intentions from the heart, all right? From the heart and spirit. And this new moon is mama bear energy, okay? Yeah, remember I talked about that in your June forecast. Paddington bear, any kind of mama Care Bears, any of them bears, all right? It's all about care and love and spreading love. And when you put your energy out there, oh, you're going to receive, all right? The other thing that I said, and yeah, speak things into the ether. And the other thing that I said is that even with the solstice, there's a big deal, all right? I'll do a live stream on it. But anyway, I said that's all about growth. And so whatever seeds you plant, be prepared to nurture what you are growing, all right? Again, there's something here with money for you. And it is an intuition. Again, you are going to be just trust your intuition, your instincts. And that's one of the reasons why I'm fine with y'all, because y'all are going to be trusting your intuition on a whole other level, but you got to vibrate at the high frequency to do that, okay? There's a lot of protective energy here with Jupiter and Cancer, with the new moon, taking care of yourself, your loved ones, your family. Cancer, again, cardinal energy, all right? That leadership energy still that you're still feeling. And this is the last new supermoon, the last super new moon of the year. It's potent, and that just means it's orbiting really close to Earth. You are going to feel this. You're going to feel this. Remember, with Jupiter, those blessings, abundance, luck, good fortune that you're going to get. All right? So really take that action with Mars here. Mars is helping you. And you also see, again, Mercury sextile Uranus. And you even see the Sun sextile Mars, or is that on the back? No, it's here. Yeah. So both of those, those are overlapping the new moon. Those energies are strong too. That's big. All right. So there is a great immensity to these 2 days, the Jupiter Cazimi and the new moon. Do not sleep on this. You got this gift of this portal to create this amazing reality for yourself. All right. So, if you are a cross watcher, if you watch for your rising, your moon, or for your husband, or for your dog, your teacher, whoever, water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, yes, they're going to feel this absolutely the most. If you know your birth chart, your natal chart, if you have any planets between 2 to 6 degrees of any of the water signs, I'm also going to throw in Virgo and Taurus, you're going to feel this enormously. Now, Thursday, June 26th, we have Mercury sextile Uranus at 29 degrees. This is that critical degree. You're graduating from something here, and there's something the universe has got for you. All right. Now, Mercury is the lower octave of Uranus. Don't forget that. That's, Uranus is the great awakener. But what does that mean? That's like innovation, invention, inventiveness, this bolt of clarity of the mind. That's Mercury, right? This Mercury's also the messenger. You receiving good news out of nowhere. Uranus is the unexpected and surprises. What is happening in Taurus, right? In your 10th house of career and fame, public recognition. And again, if you're not working, if you're retired, it's just whatever you want to be known for, wherever you're putting that energy. This is, to be honest, remember, I always say use Uranus, have those breakthroughs. Uranus is breakthroughs. So you could be surprising yourself with something that you're doing. There's something here your intuition is telling you because it is connecting with, Mercury that is in Cancer. There's something here. There's something here with communication, ideas. There's something here with big time, like something about maybe you getting, like achieving something. Just see what happens. Again, you're going to feel this strongly. The first, like 2 days before, 2 days after, it could be longer. Everyone has different birth charts, but this is also very thinking outside the box. So if there's anything I want you to do, I want you to think outside the box this day because your intuition is going to be so amplified. Okay. Very innovative energy, very future forward energy. This is a fortune cookie right here. So you got a cake and a fortune cookie, Leo. All right. What really is happening though, is that when you add this up, when you do all the math that's happening with the Kazemi and the new moon, yeah, you're going to have some sliding doors moments, kismet moments, those winks from the universe, all of that. All right. You got vibrate at the high frequency of the sun, your ruler, and Jupiter. Yeah. Exalted. But anything can happen. All right. And it is an amazing, remember, sextiles are windows of opportunity. Yeah. And just to let you know, because Leo, I told you, I'm going to give you some extra stuff here for you. Okay. For everybody. Because it wasn't just your side. It was like, there's a lot of signs last week that for some reason that was, anyway, this is the second to last Uranus and Taurus aspect planetary that we're going to have for the next 84 years. What? Before Uranus moves into Gemini in 2 weeks. Oh, buckle up. Buckle up. I'll do a video on that. Oh, yeah. We'll talk about that. That's your 11th house. Anyway, this is going to be one of the best parting gifts, the last one it has. When Uranus conjuncts Venus in your 10th house. That's going to happen around July 3rd. So when I say you've got so much to look forward to, Leo, you fill in the rest, okay? Now, and by the way, that conjunction that I just talked about, Venus conjuncting Uranus and Taurus at 29 degrees, this parting gift that's in your 10th house of career, fame, public recognition, honors, achievements. You're going to start feeling it toward the end of June because that's the day of the perfection, yeah? And don't forget, please don't forget, I just told you. Well, you got a Capricorn full moon next month too. In your 6th house of work and career. There's a lot of you are changing careers. Yeah, you got Leo, your new moon. That's bonkers. Anyway, cross watchers, fixed signs, Taurus. You, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, I'm going to throw in Cancer, Pisces, Gemini, and Virgo. They're going to feel Mercury, sextile Uranus the most. If you have any planets in your chart between 27 to 29 degrees in Cancer or Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, all the earth signs, you're going to feel this. All right. Now, you also see the Sun, sextile Mars. That's exact at 5 degrees. But again, you're going to feel all week. You're going to feel a week after. That's strong. You got the Sun and Mars. Whoa. That's a powerhouse. And the reason why they're traveling pretty much at the same speed, the Sun, your ruler. So again, a lot of this, even though the Sun is in Cancer, this is still all you. This is a spotlight on you and what you want and what you're going to go after in terms of salary, finances, income, material things, like things coming into your physical world, all right? Self-value, self-worth. Mars is that drive, that passion, you feeling confident, the things that you're doing, all right? So there's something big brewing here. There's something really big brewing here. And again, I would not be surprised has something to do with home, family matters, or even travel for you. Travel, long distance travel. I wouldn't be surprised if there was something here with publishing, broadcasting. You started that podcast, right? You're Leos, right? You put on your tiara. This is a big time for you. And then I also would not be surprised if you're becoming teachers or you're learning something. And if there's something here with the internet involved and social media. But the sun and Mars, this powerhouse, like I said, with Jupiter in Cancer, throw that in as well. I mean, this is that driving life force with optimism, confidence, vitality, passion, drive, courage. Yeah. This is beating your chest with enlightenment. This is Mars and the sun. You're also going to feel very physically driven. There's got to be a lot of things that you're just going to be doing. And this is all heart and soul energy, healthy relationships, work, health, lifestyle, creative endeavors. This is great. There's so much like love here. There's creativity. It's a big thing. You're going to be in the zone. You're going to be in the zone. You're going to love this. Now, if you are a cross watcher, earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and water. Well, not all of them. Let me take that back. Okay, so all the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Cancer, you, Leo, Aries, and Scorpio will feel the sun, sextile Mars the most, all right? If you have planets between 3 to 7 degrees in any of the earth signs or Cancer, all right, then you will feel it the most. Now, on that same day, let me wrap this up. Look what is happening. You got Mercury moving into your sign. Okay, so what's happening? What's happening with that? That's basically picking up all the action that you had been taking the past 2 months when Mars was in your sign. All right? And again, a lot of that could have been with home. A lot of that could have been with your belief system, a big shift in perspective, education, travel, publishing, broadcasting, all of that. But at the end of the day, your role, the role you play, how you want to be seen, your personality, all of that. You're going to be chatty. It's Mercury, right? You're going to be really, really chatty. Very, very much so. You're going to be very social. You're going to be networking AF, all right, with Mercury in your sign. And I told you, I think in your June forecast, Mercury's going to be in your sign until September. Why? Mercury's going retrograde. All right? Next month. We'll talk about it next month when I do your, monthly forecast, which I'll drop next week. But yeah, so yeah, do everything you need to do now. Everything you need to do now. All right? So a lot of passion here, romance here for you. A lot of love, a lot of the arts. There's this element of fame with what you're doing as well. Now, not on the whiteboard because I'm going to give you some extra things. Venus. Yeah? Venus will sextile the north node and trine the south node. On this day, you're going to feel this surge of spirituality, this direction. It's a north node. It's your purpose, your mission statement, your destiny, all of that. And again, it has something to do with money. There's something big here with money and career. Or just money, career, or relationships, or creative projects. Yeah. Or, and when I say money, yeah, that can be income, salary. It can be money that you don't earn, like royalties and inheritance, investments. Like I said earlier, it's all part of your transformation, and something with food, possibly, that you're eliminating. Anyway, just listen, you're going to feel something this day. All right. And I want you to communicate when you need to communicate. You see when Neptune is overlapping that. Yeah, we'll talk about it in a second. Mercury in your sign trining Neptune. That is very spiritual. That's very soulful. Play music. I want you to play music that moves you. All right. Remember, sound is the key to the universe. Sound is vibration. I talked about hemisync, binaural beats. Let's do it now. All right. I'm serious. I want you to play music. Okay. I want you to feel it. I want you to feel this in your bones and have that breakthrough. Remember, you're still feeling Mercury, sextile Uranus too. So This is going to be big. All right. And remember, Venus's lover, Mars, is giving you that window of opportunity right now to take action, sextiling Jupiter. All about luck, expansion, higher mind, shift in perspective, abundance, blessings. You got Sun sextile Mars at the same time. That's happening exact this day. That's going to make all the difference. Please go get what you deserve. I'm here for this. I'm here for you. Yeah. And again, let me give you something a little bit extra. When we get to September 1st, that's when you have Jupiter with the perfect trine with the north node and sextiling the south node. 18 degrees. As soon as you hit September, wow. All right. So again, as you can see, this is a big time. This is happening in your birthday season. And remember, September, we have eclipses. Again, I talk about what you can expect in that Saturn-Uranus video. But at this point, you got Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto all at 1 degree in this mini trine. All at the new beginnings in your birthday season. There's a lot of there's contracts, there's relationships, there's home stuff here, there's it's just, we'll talk about it when we get, but I'm just giving you a heads up. You got so much happening, Leo. All right, now the weekend, Friday the 27th, Saturday June 28th, you got Mercury trine Saturn and Neptune. This is fiery. You got Mercury in your sign, Saturn in Aries, 1 degree, that critical degree. So remember, fresh new energy. You're being asked to be this leader, but this is all about your future commitments and long-term goals. It's Saturn. All right. You are setting things in stone. You are earning your stripes. You're talking to the talk. You're walking the walk. You're being the authority. You're taking on that leadership role in a very spiritual capacity. Your perspective is shifting. This is your 9th house. I mean, this is a big deal. All right. There's something here where you're learning something new. You're teaching something. You're imparting wisdom. There's all about inner wisdom, okay? And again, publishing. You may be starting a blog. You may be broadcasting a podcast, all of that. Writing a book. I told you about that already. So this is big, all right? It's a big deal. Mercury's in your sign, Leo. There's going to be conversations. There's going to be contracts. There's going to be agreements. There's going to be learning new things. There's going to be like writing, okay? There's got to be a lot of that researching stuff. You're making big, bold changes right now. All right, Mercury within your sign, and travel is a big thing. A lot of y'all are going to be connecting with people overseas as well. In some capacity, you're going to be like really compelled by foreign cultures, foreign lands. Family energy is still also really strong. Things are going to be happening with family, but then you throw in Neptune, right? Remember, Saturn and Neptune, Aries, that's turning your dreams into reality with Neptune and Saturn here. But Neptune is really amplifying that creative energy, that compassion, that artistry, that ideals and imagination. And with Saturn here, you're being realistic. You're like not floaty, right? Okay. Remember, avoid that escapism. You don't want no it clown, right? You do you, but you're going to vibrate at that high frequency, okay? And that is so beautiful. It's very soulful, that Neptune energy, very poetic. With Mercury in your sign, the way that you're going to be speaking to others is going to be very compassionate, very captivating. And this is really great for, again, Mercury, Gemini and Virgo's ruler, in your sign. So there is something here where perfect for advertising, PR, marketing. You're going to have those creative energies. And if you're an artist or a painter, creative writer, storyteller, you've got this. You're in the zone. Oscar Wilde had Mercury trine Neptune. And then the moon, by the way, will be in your sign this day, conjuncting Mercury. Oh yeah, you're going to have some ideas. You're going to have some ideas. You're going to be wanting to talk to people. And this is just a really fun day. You're really going to be feeling Neptune sextile Pluto at this point, by the way, which we're going to talk about more in July. That is, again, a lot of like relationship, partnerships, legal matters, marriage, You're good. You're good. And then Sunday, yeah, we got Mercury opposite Pluto. Anyway, Leo, let's get started. Oh, and that's Mercury in your sign, so really pay attention to Sunday, all right? Opposite Pluto. All it is, don't just try to avoid extremes. The way that you're speaking, the way that you're thinking, especially when it has to do with partnerships, relationships, can be love, can be career, can be one-on-one commitments like your sister, like a lawyer, or legal matters, marriage, and especially marriage because Pluto natively rules your fourth house of home and family. So just don't take things too extreme. All right. The moon actually will be in Virgo, to be honest. A conjuncting Mars, sextiling Sun and then Jupiter this day too. Sunday. Mark this in your calendar. That's a double sextile with these four planets. So you're going to be emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, like stimulated. Like you're all in, feeling empowered. Second house energy. And again, maybe something here with money. You're checking off your to-do list. Leo, let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you for June 22nd to the end of the month for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I think that's the quietest I've ever been, and it was not, and I didn't like it. So, Leo, y'all crack me up. How are y'all doing? Listen, you're about to go through some big changes. You're already going through some big changes. Go with the flow with the go. Practice patience, okay? Because a lot of this is, again, you're like new territory. You've never explored this. You've never experienced this. I do a traditional cult across spread, offers the best overview, and will pull clarifiers if we need to. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You're gonna. Oh, I didn't mean to slurp. Oh, I told you I was gonna be a coach, like your PE coach. Well, I'll give you some Ted Lasso. You're good. You're gonna get one of these. Get one of these too, right? You're good. You're good. What are these cards, by the way? Did y'all see some cards fall? I don't know. It's going to be on the camera, but I'm just... Okay, we'll leave these as clarifiers. You're good. Okay, you got the Empress. You're good. I don't even have... The Empress. Birth of new things. Creation, right? You see the golden wheat indicating this new crop. What I say, we just coming after... the solstice, right? You got the Jupiter Kazemi, the new moon, all about the new. You're moving into something new, and it feels really good, and you feel it in your bones because this is super conscious love. This is passion. This is sensuality. This is sexuality. This is a lot of. Let me see. You are. Oh, a lot of y'all may have thought about having kids recently or grandkids, or it could have been some in your life, but you're going to have a lot of sex too, right? That's when. All right. So anyway, so if you want kids, you can have it because you're going to be in your zone. Anyway, she's pregnant, by the way. That's also, take that as like a metaphor for like the creation that I was talking about. 3 is a that's 1 + 2 = new reality. And you're moving into it and it feels good. This is the Empress. All right. A lot of self-love here, a lot of abundance. You see the pomegranates all over her gown, right? What did I say about that fertility, that growth, that things expanding in your world? And you're here for it. She holds that golden scepter. Anything she touches turns to gold. Anything. You're good. A lot of career stuff, by the way. You even see the symbol of Venus and a stone-shaped heart, right? So when I say Venus is in Taurus and that is your 10th house of career anyway, you got the 2 of Swords. Yeah, you're going to make a big decision. And you have to, because I told you there's going to be opportunities. You're going to be going through these changes, these shifts. What did I say the biggest thing was? And I said it maybe 10 times to get in your consciousness. Trust your intuition. You're going to be Whoopi Goldberg psychic. Don't push it to the side. Embrace that energy, that intuitive energy that you feel in your gut, right? Second brain here, your gut, your intuition. That's why we say trust your gut instincts. Because her back is turned to the moon and the sea. So she got a blindfold on. She don't want, like, there's something you got to see. All right. That Jupiter Kazemi, I feel like that's when something's going to be shown to you, but it's coming from within. You're going to feel something from within, but do not turn your back to your emotions, the sea, and your intuition, the moon. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. All right. Those swords are going to be, they're going to get heavy too. You can't hold swords that long. You're going to have to take that blindfold off. All right. But go at your pace. Just know that things will go faster for you, easier for you when you're ready to make changes, have those decisions. You got the Fool in your challenge area. Two things here. One, yes, a lot of y'all, you need to take that risk. Don't doubt yourself. What did I say? When you trust your intuition, you don't have doubt. Everything happens for you. I say you create your reality. You have whatever you want. It is true. And I'll do a separate video on that. I'll give you some of my life experiences, but you got to take those risks. Okay. You got to believe in yourself. You got to have that confidence. Okay. This week. All right. Even if there's some circumstantial things that are happening, you're like, oh, when you make those, when you're like, oh, I don't know, or nothing happened. Like when you ever say any of those, you delay the things that you want. So every time you think it, remember everything's energy. Anytime you think it, or anytime you say it or write it down or any of that, even if it's like, oh, I want to, buy a house. I don't know if I can do it. And you're already delaying it by saying that. You've got to believe in yourself. The universe is on your side. I'm just saying that because you have the Fool here. Remember, you're on a new journey. You have to take that leap. Okay? You can't. This is a lot of just not budging. Yeah? You got to move forward. Look at what's waiting for you. Right? Seven of Cups in your crown. That's the thing. Is like there's that a little bit of fog. Like, I don't know yet. What did I say? Trust your intuition. That's good. Yeah. Okay. And you're going to be fine. And let me remind you, we're all human. Nobody's perfect. Okay. And so Mars isn't looking for perfect, nothing. Yeah. So you go with your intuition. You're going to see things work out for you. We've got the Seven of Pentacles here too. There's a lot of seven basically is desire, by the way. So there's things you want, but you don't know exactly, right? But what I'm picking up mostly is like you're already creating this future. There may be several different futures. You're figuring out how to make them merge together too. Just trust your intuition. As long as you take that step, you're gonna be fine. Okay. So that's the thing. Trust your intuition. That's what that's saying. And this is saying, yeah, you're on the brink of change. All right. You can't keep looking at the past. You gotta move forward. All right. With confidence. And then look what you got. Everything that you had wanted. Everything that you had dreamed of. You got this is the Holy Grail. We call this the Heart of Tarot too. And so aces, new beginnings, new opportunities, new cycles happening for you. Love, romance, relationships, career, dream job, having a baby, whatever it is. This is that nirvanic feeling I was talking about. You got something waiting for you. This is tears of joy. You even see streams here. It's like the tear, like this is cup overflowing. This is rapturous. So again, and this is emotionally fulfilling. You're going to be fine. You're going to be good. You got to take those risks. Yeah. And believe in yourself. And when I say take risks, yeah, calculated risks. Don't do anything where, when you take risks, you got to trust your intuition. Then you're good. All right. Let's get to your stuff. You're good. You're good. There's this down here. There's a sense of like, again, that, but you got to move forward. I love y'all, Leo. If you like this reading, it would be great. If you like, subscribe, share, leave comments. Tell me what's going on. Leo, LOL. Okay. Yeah. What the fax machine? You are good AF. Like, what are you? You're taken care of, okay? You got the Knight of Cups. Yeah, there's a lot that you're seeking, and I want you to go for it, all right? I want you to go for it. This is all about emotional fulfillment. Look at the Knight. Sure, we call him the Knight in shining armor, right? So there could be something that you're seeking where there's someone else involved along your journey, or even advancing something with a current person or whatever. It can be love or career or anything, right? But at the end of the day, he just wants to fill his cup. He wants to be fulfilled. And there's a lot of creative energy here. Again, you're going to be tapping into that in a strong way, right? But absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Just move forward. Like, just feel moved. Yeah. You got the Two of Cups coming after the Ace of Cups. What? You see what's happening. This is that soulmate energy. That soulmate energy. Right? When you have the North Node in Pisces in your 8th house, which is deepening relationships, it's also wealth building. I told you a lot of money stuff. So this can be like new business partner, things like that. Okay. When you have Pluto and Aquarius at the same time in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships and marriage as well. And again, that can be your relationship with your lawyer or publicist. Just think one-on-one. You've got that overlapping for a whole year. Yeah. And I told you the North Node is going to be activated. And then you've got Pluto is still, training Uranus and, having sextiles with Saturn and Neptune. You're going to feel it strongly, a lot more strongly in July, but you're good. There's something brand new here for you. There's something that you're going to start something here with someone. Okay. There's a lot of healing here. You even see you here, the winged lion. That is so much passion. There's something that's going to you're going to, like I said, you're going to feel this the next 2 weeks. You're going to feel it in your bones. You got the star. There you go. Everything aligning for you. And that's what you want. There's a lot of healing in both of these cards. Remember what I said. And the star, if you're a cross watcher, has been coming up a lot in everyone's readings. And the star attributed to Aquarius. Humanity, the masses, other people. Okay. Remember what I said. You've got Uranus moving into your 11th house, right? Your future hopes, wishes, long-term goals, dreams. You got that happening for the next 7 years. But then you also have, Pluto and Aquarius in your 7th house, partnerships, relationships, legal matters, everything I mentioned for 19 years. But anyway, I say this because, the star, Uranus is Aquarius' ruler, but you see the star, look at the water bearer pouring onto the land as well. There's that growth, that growth, everything expanding in your world. And then the Queen of Wands, you get exactly what you want. You're good. Queen of Wands, seems like a lot of y'all are taking on new leadership roles or just new roles, maternal roles. A lot of this could be partnership activity as well. The Queen of Wands, to be honest, is the most sexual queen. So if you are here for like relationships and, bunny stuff and, things like that, like fun, that's the Queen of Wands. But she's got the sunflower in her hand, right? You see the sunflowers in her throne. These exist in the actual sun card. She has the powers of the sun, which is optimism. Okay. It's opportunities. It's that, self-belief, self-confidence is that driving life force. But at the end of the day, it's the sun that's your ruler. And so it almost feels like there's something you're moving into where you've, done the shadow work. You've unrooted things in your subconscious. You see the little black cat here. First of all, see the pyramids too. So think about the Egyptian times where cats were worshipped. It's a lot of power, but this is also just being in touch with your shadow side. It's like, I'm good. And that's why she can get whatever she wants. People gravitate toward her. Okay. Because she's vibrating at a high frequency and it's one. So yeah, a lot of career matters. Yeah. But at the end of the day, ones are a lot of creative energy. Yeah. So creative projects and whatnot too. But when I say creative energy, it's also ones are also like your ambitions, things that you're ambitious about. But the first step is just believing in yourself and taking that risk that you need to take. And so look at what's happening for you with the Jupiter cycle, everything that's happening this week, that new moon, you got something great. You're good. You're absolutely good. And yeah, again, she is a big entrepreneur. I want to see these two cards. What were they? I can't even. You know what? Don't talk to me. Leah, I'm joking. Yeah, you got your own card. So these cards, I gotta look back at the video, but anyway, I'm just using this as a clarifier for your entire spread. Talk about extra things for Leo. That's your card, okay? Don't resist. Changes are going to happen. And in order for you to navigate them and the changes you want to, you got to trust yourself and you got to trust your intuition and you got to actually take action. All right. Again, she's just like a statue. Lovers. Look what happens when you can open yourself to other people. Look what happens. You get the Lovers. You got Archangel Raphael blessing you with all this love. You see all that sunlight here, all that optimism here. What did I say about deepening relationships? Like, that's going to be a big thing for you. And again, it can be in any capacity where you got something brewing here anyway with that. Yeah, you see where you're going, basically. You're good. Leo, next week. Oh my gosh, Leo, next week we will do July. And then second spread. Oh yeah. You see I got 2 decks out. We're going to do a spread just on the new moon. We're going to isolate that. I'm going to pull a card. I'll pull some cards. It's you, Leo. I'll pull some cards for the luckiest day for the Jupiter Cazimi as well. And then, yeah. So tier 3 members, you know where to find the link. Anyone is welcome to join. Leo, y'all are amazing. I'm very excited for you. Got a lot to look forward to. You're going to be so charismatic, and this is so you. Very regal. You can see the lions and her throne. Like, come on. You're going to be in the zone. Leo, y'all are amazing. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.